Hi brand owners and Amazon sellers, my name is Mari and I am Shared Studios Art Director and Senior Graphic Designer. Today we're going to talk about, again, one of my favorite things. As you may know, we have a long series of Amazon A+ content videos that you can watch in our channel. I have taught you how to upload A+ content to your Amazon listing. I have taught you what are the best ways to take advantage of the A+ content on Amazon of each one of their modules, how we do the A+ content here at Shared Studio. And today I'm gonna talk about premium A+ content. Some of you may have heard about this, about premium A+ content or premium AA A+ content or A++ content, because that's how Amazon calls it and how it's popular between the community. So let's get started. Specifically, we're going to talk about what is basic A+ content and what is premium A+ content. And also I will talk to you about why we don't use premium A+ content and why it's not super common amongst smaller brands. So let's go through the video. As you may remember, A+ content is an amazing feature or an amazing module on Amazon and on your Amazon listing, in which you can talk more about your brand and more in depth about your product. The way that we use it, just so you remember, is that basically we created to make sure that our clients have brand awareness. Why do they need to have brand awareness? Because if they come up with additional lines of products in the future, then people already know that their brand is something or is a brand that they can relate to. It's a brand that sells good quality and high quality products. And so they immediately trust them in order to make another purchase. They don't think about it that much. They don't need to investigate the whole listing or the whole store or the whole brand in order to trust and convert to that brand. So that is the amazing thing about Amazon A+ content. So here in the screen, you will see a couple of examples of our modules. But that is what the A+ content is for. Moving forward, let's give it a go with that video there. We can see that is Amazon brand story, which I talked about in my latest video, and then we go to the A+ content. As you can see, it consists of 5 modules. Each one of them can talk about different things. It doesn't necessarily have to repeat the same information that we already talked about in the listing, but it does talk more in depth about the features, benefits of your line of products. So there you go, a couple of examples. Moving forward, we have some characteristics of the basic A+ content. Basically, as you will see here on the screen, it is available for all Amazon sellers. You only have to be brand registered. Remember that very important fact in order to upload a basic A+ content on your Amazon listing. And actually, it's pretty easy, and I will make sure that every single video of A+ content that I've done is linked on the description below. Then, as you will see here, you have 5 different modules allowed. For some sellers, even though they have the standard or basic A+ content, apparently you can still upload more than 5 modules. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And if you're working with an agency or you're working with us, let us know so we can work more than 5 modules for you. Then we have 17 types of modules to choose from, even though we only use 2 of those 17. And basic A+ content can increase conversions anywhere between 3% and up to 10%. So if you don't have A+ content, if you're not brand registered and taking advantage of the A+ content, you're definitely missing on a sales opportunity. So be sure to brand register your brand and to hire us to create your A+ content. Here in the right, you will see an example of an Amazon A+ content that we created. Let me just move myself here really quick. Basically, here we have only 4 modules, and we have photos of these candles over and over again, of course, but each one of the modules talk about a different thing, which is what we love to do. So the first one would be like a slogan to create that brand awareness. Then we have features and benefits, which talk about that it burns for 45 hours, that there's a strong scent, etc. And then we talk about how it's made. So in order to understand how a candle is good quality or not so good quality, you have to see how it's composed and how it was made. So that's what we want to explain here. People need to understand where the candle came from in order to make that purchase. And then we make more relatable images with humans or hands. Well, hands are human, of course, but with humans, etc. in general, and make that human connection so people understand that this candle can accompany you in buying a new home or selling a new home in this case. So moving forward, we have what would be a premium A+ content. So the premium A+ content can be used or can be acquired by invite only. So someone has to invite you to the vendor central, which obviously this someone is Amazon. Then we have 7 modules allowed. Again, the basic A+ content right now, for some sellers have more than 5 modules, but the cool thing is not just having 7 modules, but 7 full screen modules that I will show you examples of after the slide. And here you have more modules to choose from, of course, meaning that you have the 17 standard modules that you had before, plus 17 more. In these 17 premium modules to choose from, you have videos, you have interactive menus, you have a landing page, you have selling buttons. Like, you have so many options that you will see again after the slide, but it really is worth it using the premium A+ content. And then, because you have all of these options to choose from, you can increase your conversions by up to 20%. Why? Because again, you're including a bunch of things that the standard A+ content doesn't have. So you're taking advantage of new opportunities. Moving forward, we have the pros and the cons of the premium A+ content. Now, as I was saying, what are the pros? You have extra modules, you have extra options, extra content. You can add, again, videos, interactive menus, interactive images, more text, more, let's say, like detail pages. Like, you can have more than one page with a premium A+ content inside the same listing, like a storefront or like a website, for example. The screen size is bigger, so it takes up to the whole screen, whereas the standard A+ content only takes like a quarter or maybe half of the screen in total. And also, as you may know, this was, I think, our first video of Amazon A+ content. The standard A+ content is compressed by Amazon in order for the page to load faster, but with the premium A+ content, it does not compress at all. It's fully high quality. You won't have one blurry image, you won't have one blurry video. Everything right there will be full quality. And then, of course, you have the chance to increase your conversions, to increase your sales, to increase your metrics, and in general, the time that your sellers stay in the listing reading more about your brand. And of course, with more content comes more brand awareness, which would be an amazing benefit. However, it does have its cons, because as for now, it all sounds amazing. It all sounds like an incredible opportunity, but the first con I would say is the price. It does cost a lot of money, which is why mostly big brands are the ones using premium A+ content. As you can see here on the screen, it costs between $250K to $500K a year. That's a lot of money. So smaller brands obviously don't have the money or don't have the budget to spend between $250K and $500K a year for this amazing feature. So obviously it's something that I personally, if I was a small brand, would sacrifice. And of course, there are other technical cons, more like the character limit is more strict. Like, you have to be, with the descriptions and the keywords, etc., you have to be very aware of how many characters you're using. And again, the fact that it's by invite and it's not something that you can just acquire whenever you want is also a con, because it's not as easy. Like, the process takes more time and you have to go through the struggle of finding someone who can invite you to the vendor central to be a part of the A+ content. Here are some examples of the features that you can add in the Premium A+ content. Here's a premium full image. Again, it will take the whole screen from left to right, just as this presentation. You have videos, you have comparison tables, you have more videos. The difference between this and this is obviously the text. You have the navigation carousel, what I was saying about different pages in just the same listing, and of course the hotspots. So the cool thing, and I think this is my favorite module, the hotspots, is that you may remember that for our standard A+ content, we always try to create a module that cross promotes all of the products that one same brand sells. So if you're a supplement brand that sells supplements for many different topics or many different benefits, we will probably suggest making an image that talks about all of your supplements. And in this hotspot image, we could have, just as all of the puppies here, the different supplements, and then each one of them is clickable and it can take you to the listing of that same supplement. So that is a very cool thing that you can do. You can redirect your sellers from your one listing to the other listings. Then we have more like specifications, you have more certifications, you have more, of course, modules. Let's go and see some of the examples of the Amazon Premium A+ content so you can understand what I'm talking about. This is a beauty brand called Alterna. And if I go and scroll down, you will see, unfortunately, we have a couple of things here on the cart, but you can see that it takes a lot of space. This is another A+ content that we made, and this is a standard one. As you can see, there's a lot of space here and there's a lot of space here. And that is because this is a standard A+ content, whereas this one is a premium one. So here you can see that it takes the full screen, that it has a high quality images. If I zoom in, well, it looks blurry, but I think it's the quality of the image as such and not the compressed image. Then you will see more text. This is the navigating carousel that I was talking about before. As you can see, it's completely interactive, something that we do not see in the standard A+ content. And this way you can include even more images, which is amazing. Here we have even more. Here we have a video, and here we have comparisons. So the comparisons here are different from the other comparisons that we have in the standard A+ content. Let's show another example. This is Samsung. And if we scroll down here, you will see again, it takes the whole space. The modules are bigger. We have the carousel. We have the hotspots. See, these, in this case, they are using it for features in order for the sellers, for the buyers to learn more about the product. And if I click on them, nothing happens, just the features, but I'm telling you that you can use it to redirect to other listings. And then again, the comparison. So the comparison can also be like you can have more options than in the standard A+ content, and you can actually scroll through them, which is again an amazing feature. So it's obviously, if you have the money to invest in something like this, it's an amazing opportunity to take advantage and to have even more content out there to make sure that people understand your product and that they understand your brand. But if you don't, of course, we have this beautiful A+ content piece that we created for this brand, in which you can use just images to really communicate the message of your brand. Coming back to the presentation, we have some amazing news. These are very recent that Amazon published, and we will leave the link to this article below. But basically, Amazon gave sellers a chance to have Premium A+ content for free. However, there are a couple of requirements in order for you to be a part of the Premium A+ content community. So let's go one by one. The first one is that you have to have a brand story across your ASIN catalog. So having a brand story in just one ASIN won't be enough. You have to have it in plenty of your ASINs. Then, and I believe this is the most tricky one, you have to have 15 or more A+ content projects approved in the time frame of 12 months. So that's a lot, obviously. If you have a lot of listings, then it should come easy to you. But if you have just one, then that would be a little harder. And apart from that, you have to have an active Amazon storefront. So you have to create a lot of pieces in order to be or qualify for the Premium A+ content. The cool thing though is that you don't have to be invited. You can just comply with all of these requirements, and then you will have the A+ content available. And of course, take advantage of all of the features that it has. And so yeah, it is really and truly an amazing opportunity for Amazon sellers to publish and have high quality content that agencies like us can create for you. But you do have to go through a little process in order to be a part of the Premium A+ content community. This being said, thank you so much for watching our video. Again, we have a full series on A+ content, how you can become an expert in A+ content just like us. And of course, if you do need help creating these pieces, be sure to contact us. Obviously, the QR is in the screen. I will go there right now. Book a free marketing consultation with us. We would be more than happy to talk to you and to hear your thoughts on the A+ content and how we can help you. So thank you so much, guys. Until the next one.